Father, how thankful we are that we can come to a place and hear such a song to our freedom, to our nation. We thank you for that. Father, we thank you for this place, this school, this institution, for its administration, for its faculty. Thank you for the opportunity of it being in our city. Father, we just thank you for the students that are part of this institution, and these students today that are graduating and their parents. We thank you for them, and Father, we look at them and realize that we're sending some good people out into the world. We thank you for that. Father, we ask that you bless them in a real special way today. Bless their lives, their today, their tomorrow, their future. And Father, each of us here, that we might have a greater understanding of our lives and what we're to be. Bless this presentation today, this graduation. Be with each one in a real special way. Father, that we may have a greater understanding of what we're to be in the world today. Thank you for this event. We ask and pray in Jesus' name. Amen.
Hey! Seems like you knew about all that.
Over Good afternoon. On behalf of the summer and fall graduating classes of 2000 faculty, staff, students, and alumni, I would like to welcome each and every one of you here to our 90th fall commencement exercises at Southeastern Oklahoma State University. It's certainly a great pleasure for me, the faculty, and our entire Southeastern family to be able to take part in this ceremony today, which marks the beginning for our graduates of their life as a professional and the point in their life where every conceivable option is open to them. We're assembled here this afternoon to witness and participate in one of the oldest and most colorful and dignified of all academic ceremonies. Commencement is something that our graduates will always remember and something in which they should be very proud to have said that they participated. Graduating from this university is a tremendous honor, and no one can accomplish this by themselves. Let's begin our ceremony today by taking this opportunity to thank all of the parents, spouses, relatives, and friends who played a very, very important role in the accomplishments of our graduates. I'd like to ask that group to stand, all parents, spouses, relatives, and friends, and we would like to ask our graduating class of 2000 to join me in expressing thanks to this group, to parents, graduates, families. I think our graduating class knows that we have a very strong and dedicated faculty who have challenged you to think creatively and encouraged you to reach your maximum potential. I'd like to ask our graduates to join me in expressing our appreciation to the outstanding members of our faculty for their commitment to the students of this university and to the university. Thank you, members of our faculty. Before I introduce our platform guests seated behind me, I want to take this opportunity to thank Dr. Robert McFadden, Professor of Music, for providing our musical accompaniment this afternoon, and Dr. Stephen Emge for providing our vocal music. Thanks to both of them for their efforts today. It is now my pleasure to introduce our platform guests. I would ask when I introduce them that they stand and we hold our applause until all have been introduced. First, on my far right, your left, Reverend John Heath, Director of the Baptist Student Ministries. Dr. Robert Masters, Dean of the School of Business. We want to take this opportunity to thank Dr. Masters for 5 years of service to the university. He has accepted a position as Academic Vice President at Neosho Community College. The business school has achieved a lot, ACBSP accreditation, 3 endowed chairs, to name a few things. And Dr. Masters, thank you for your contributions to Southeastern. Next, I would like to introduce Dr. Mary Hitchcock, Professor of Education, who's representing our interim dean, School of Education and Behavioral Sciences, Dr. Doug McMillan. Dr. Hitchcock. Dr. Gordon Eggleton, Professor of Chemistry and Physical Science, who is representing Dr. McMillan as graduate dean today. Our Vice President for Academic Affairs, Dr. Jesse Snowden. Our Vice President for Business Services, Mr. Ross Walker. Our Vice President for Student Services, Ms. Sharon Barish. And representing Dr. C.W. Mangum, our Dean of our School of Arts and Sciences, Professor of Physical Sciences, Dr. Jerry Polson. Please join me in recognizing our platform. Dr. Jesse Snowden, our Vice President for Academic Affairs, will now introduce our honor graduates. Dr. Snowden.
Thank you, President Johnson. I'd first like to recognize the young men and women who are serving as student marshals for this afternoon's ceremonies. Our marshals are all members of either Blue Key National Leadership Fraternity or Cardinal Key National Leadership Sorority. We certainly appreciate the services of Blue Key and Cardinal Key at Commencement and many other campus activities. Let's recognize the Blue Key and Cardinal Key members at this time. Would you stand? graduates have demonstrated a dedication to academic success, and we're here today to commend them for their achievement. However, there are several whose achievements deserve special recognition. On behalf of the faculty, I would like to recognize several groups of graduates who have attained high levels of excellence in their academic programs. The first of the groups I want to recognize are the Honors Program graduates. The Honors Program at Southeastern Oklahoma State University, which today is under the leadership of Dr. Lee, was built on the foundation created by the Parsons Scholars Program, established in 1978 by an endowment from 1928 Southeastern graduate Dr. David Parsons. Freshmen are accepted into the Honors Program only after a highly competitive selection process. Each of the Honors Program graduates that we will recognize today have completed all of the Honors Program courses and other requirements certified by the Honors Committee and has earned the distinction of being an Honors Program graduate. This afternoon, we are recognizing 4 Honors Program graduates. I'd like for each of them to stand as their name is read, and if you'll hold your applause until the entire group is standing. Joseph Brandon Kluwer, Computer Science, Savoy, Texas. Kelly E. Cruz, History major from Atoka. Millie Cruz, Communication major from Lane, Oklahoma. Stephanie Jean Johnson, Biological Sciences major from Sulphur, Oklahoma. Let's give the Honors Program graduates a round. The next graduates to be recognized are members of the National Honor Society, Alpha Chi. Students in all majors are eligible for membership in this university-wide honor society. To qualify for membership in Alpha Chi, these students had to be in the upper 10% of their junior-senior class and have at least a 3.65 grade point average. Alpha Chi members can be recognized by the white stole each is wearing. Will all Alpha Chi members please stand and be recognized at this time? I will now introduce the summer and fall 2000 honor graduates. These students are graduating in the upper 10% of their respective graduating classes. We'll recognize 3 groups of honor graduates. The first are those graduating cum laude or with honors. These are the upper 6 to 10% of the graduating class. As I call your name, please stand and remain standing until all cum laude graduates have been named. And again, if you'll hold your applause until the entire group is standing. We have one cum laude graduate from the summer 2000 class, and I'm not sure whether she's here today or not, but Karen Sue Hodge, management major, she is here, great, from Ardmore. Among the fall 2000 graduates, we have Denise L. Batchelor, business information management major from Atoka. Joseph Brandon Clower, computer science major from Savoy, Texas. Billie Jean Inglett, occupational safety and health major from Kemp, Oklahoma. Jennifer Lynn Rooks, management major from Valiant. Christopher Don Skelton, biology major from Heavener. Amy Elizabeth Wilson, history major from Smithville, Oklahoma. And Michael S. Wright, management major from Elmore City, Oklahoma. Let's give a round of applause for the next group is the magna cum laude, or graduates with high honors, representing the upper 3 to 5% of this graduating class. Again, please stand as your name is called and remain standing until the group has been named. The magna cum laude graduates for summer 2000 are James Allen Jones, communications major from Durant, and Joseph Kellis Holly, computer science major from Colbert. Fall 2000 magna cum laude graduates are Courtney Ray Bauman, English major from Melbourne. Christy Deanne Ferguson, biology major from Comanche. Ted Matthew Hoppers, occupational safety and health major from Medill. And Brent Kellen Lindley, business information management major from Wright City, Oklahoma. Let's give Brett. The final honor graduates to be recognized are those graduating summa cum laude, or with highest honors. This is the greatest distinction a graduate can receive. These students are graduating in the upper 10% of their representing graduating classes. Please stand as I call your name and remain standing until all have been named. This is a small group, as you might imagine. The summa cum laude graduates are Stephanie Jean Johnson, biology major from Sulphur, Oklahoma. Kelly Elizabeth Cruz, history major from Atoka. And Millie Marie Cruz, communication major from Lane. Kelly and Millie are not sisters, they're aunt and niece, and I'll let you guess which is which.
Thank you very much, Dr. Snowden. To our graduates of the class of 2000, the first graduating class for the 21st century and of the new millennium, let me begin by extending very sincere congratulations to each and every one of you in the class. I'm certainly very honored as president of the university to have the opportunity to share a few thoughts with you this afternoon, and I want to take the time or my time on behalf of everyone here to share some thoughts and speak directly to our graduates, because today is your day. I always, as I go through experience here, I never cease to be amazed by the creativity and ingenuity of our students. During this fall, I'll share a quick story. I had one student who came in and presented me with somewhat of a dilemma that he had experienced. He had a part-time job, not at the university, but somewhere in this area, and had received a rather interesting and cryptic note from his employer. On his payroll check, there was a note at the bottom that said, "Please keep your salary to yourself. It's no one's business but yours." He said, "Let me show you what I've done." So he flipped it around. He said, "I put this note on there. It said, 'Don't worry, I will keep my salary to myself. I'm every bit as ashamed of it as you are.'" So, pretty quick, pretty creative. I want everyone to know, I know the role of a commencement speaker at graduation very well. I know that many are here for a lot of reasons. Few are here, probably even including my wife Melinda, to hear the commencement address. I always think back to my favorite story that some have heard about. I heard on Larry King Live, Dean Masters. Reverend Billy Graham was on there about a year ago, true story. He wouldn't have told it if it wasn't. And he said his worst experience was when he was actually on the podium, not the speaker. And the speaker droned on and went on and spoke and spoke and spoke and spoke. He said someone actually took their shoe off on the podium and threw it at the speaker, missed the speaker, hit a lady on the front row and knocked her out of her chair. And she got up and she said, "Hit me again, I can still hear him speaking." So we will proceed to get right to the point. We know it's an exciting day for our graduating class. I want to begin by commending you for making the decision several years ago to earn your college degree. I think you know our U.S. Department of Labor, their most recent statistics tells us that on the average, a college graduate earns throughout their lifetime 75% more than someone who is not a college graduate. Your degree will open doors for you, it will create opportunities for you, it will expand your opportunities for a better quality of life, and certainly will give you a great deal of security and independence. We have taken our role at the university very seriously. We believe our job has been to provide you with that firm foundation, with the tools to solve the tough problems that will be confronting you in the future. We understand that as quickly as things change, we cannot provide you with an answer today to a problem that may arise 10 years from now. But we do believe that we've given you the foundation and the tools where you can solve that problem when you are confronted with it 10 years from now. One of my favorite movies is a movie that's been called Spencer's Mountain. It's a movie starring Henry Fonda and Maureen O'Hara. It was cast in the late 1950s. I think we know today that among this graduating class, we have almost 1/3 of our graduates who are first-generation college students, the first in their family to graduate from college, and that's very significant. This movie is a movie about a family, the Spencers, who were a very hard-working family. They had worked for generations in the rock quarry. They sold their family land where they were going to build their dream home, so their oldest, who was called Clayboy, could attend college. And they knew that if he attended, he would succeed, and he could help each of the younger brothers and sisters attend college. It's a very inspirational movie about family, about hard work, about determination, and about the value of a college degree. And so as we're here today, I think our graduates know that as you have stood on shoulders and had a great many number of people who have helped you achieve your goal here today, I think you know that there will be opportunities in the future where you will provide your shoulders for others, for future generations of students to stand on, where they may also realize their dreams and fulfill their goals. Commencement speakers usually dispense with some advice. I remember vividly my undergraduate commencement address 24 years ago at the University of Oklahoma. Ambassador John Kenneth Galbraith talked to us. I remember, sadly, one of the things he said, that this probably would be the last time that all of us would be together. But he also challenged us to turn the page and to begin living the dreams and the goals that we set for ourselves. Sometimes advice at commencement is situational and maybe out of place. In the early 70s, a noted author, Kurt Vonnegut, when he spoke to a group at a spring commencement in 112-degree weather, told them to be sure and always wear sunscreen, not appropriate on a day like today. Microsoft founder Bill Gates, in recently talking to a graduating class, left them with the tongue-in-cheek admonition that it may be very wise to be very nice to eggheads and nerds. The chances are that we may all be working for one of them at some point in the future. My thoughts will not be so profound and more to the point, thoughts that have been formed over life experiences at this point for me. First and foremost, teachers are very important. Teachers will enrich your life. I had an experience 15 years ago at our first Foundation for Excellence meeting in Oklahoma City where our first 100 academic scholars throughout the high schools in Oklahoma were named, and at every table there were nearly 2,000 people at this gathering. At every table, each person was asked to name on one hand, on 5 fingers, the 5 people that had influenced their life the most. Probably no surprise that every hand listed a teacher. In many of the instances, 2 of the 5 were teachers, and in a good number, 3 of the 5 were teachers. Thomas Jefferson had the opportunity, as he was deciding what would be on his tombstone at Monticello, he listed the following: author of the Declaration of Independence, author of the statutes of the state of Virginia for religious freedom, and founder of the University of Virginia. Not President of the United States, not Vice President of the United States, or Secretary of State. It was very important to him, as he said later, that people know that he was an educator. So in every way, I think we know that teachers do shape the future and are very, very important. Secondly, I would say that service to others should be a priority in your life. There's no greater fulfillment or sense of satisfaction than knowing that you made someone else's life a little better. No experience that's more rewarding than to know that you have reached out to give someone else a hand. Third, I think we all know that after graduation, all of us are confronted with tough decisions. Some of them involve job and career, others are more personal in nature, but you will be confronted with those. times. Abraham Lincoln told us at the height of the Civil War that when tough decisions come, they are usually easier if you make them by sticking to your ideals. He told us to not mind the meteors that are crashing down, but just keep your eye on the stars. Fourth, I think it's very, very important to know that we should not underestimate the value of doing ordinary things extraordinarily well. Answering phone calls, answering emails promptly, trying to be on time and striving to be on time for meetings. Be a good listener. It will serve you very, very well. And use your education to make sound decisions. Fifth, I would say that it's okay if you have heroes, positive role models. I lost one of mine earlier this year. U.S. Speaker of the House Carl Albert from Bug Tussle, Oklahoma. Grew up in rural Oklahoma and southeastern Oklahoma, was a Rhodes Scholar, achieved the highest elected federal office that any Oklahoman has ever held. At one point in the aftermath of the Watergate matter, he was literally one heartbeat away from the presidency. Very small in stature, 5'4", but when he talked, people listened. And when he concluded his career, he came back to southeastern Oklahoma for his final days. I always respected him because he never forgot where he came from. Sixth, I would say that it's a good idea to keep listening to your parents. I can assure you they get a lot smarter as you get a little older. Seventh, it's important to give something back to your community, your church, certainly your university, your state, and your country. The more ability that you have, the more that you will be asked to give back, and certainly giving back has many rewards. Eighth, when you come to a crossroads in your life, I urge you to muster up the strength and the conviction and the courage to do the right thing. Oftentimes, in fact, most of the time, the right thing's not always the easiest way to go, but you'll know what it is. If you look at the history of our country, it's been framed and formed by ordinary people having the courage to do the right thing, sometimes against staggering circumstances, from our American colonists at Concord and Lexington, as they fired the shot that was heard around the world, to more recently, as Tom Brokaw in his book, The Greatest Generation, about the World War II generation. So he talked about the courage of our soldiers at Omaha Beach in Normandy and Iwo Jima in the South Pacific. Have the courage to make those right decisions. Ninth, enjoy your job. If you can do that, you won't look on your job as work, and you'll look forward to getting up every day and going to work. And finally, do your best. You don't have to be the best. If you just strive to do your best and to do that consistently, when you get up in the morning, you're going to be very proud about who you see in the mirror. So I say to you today that as graduates, you are a vital part of a university that has been building futures now for 91 years. And I think we all know that this university, Southeastern, it's not the campus, it's not the buildings. This university is our faculty, it's our students, it's our administration, it's all of those that come and go from our halls. And I think we know as you graduate today that this university is a very special place where one generation meets the next. I would say to you that as graduates of Southeastern, you are certainly an important part of Southeastern, and Southeastern is forever an important part of you. I think you know that the doors of this university will always be open to you. So to our graduates, I would say congratulations on your accomplishments. Congratulations on a job very well done. Thank you, and God bless you. We will now proceed with the conferring of degrees, beginning with our undergraduate degrees. At this time, I would like to ask Dr. Jerry Polson to come to the podium for the purpose of presenting the candidates for baccalaureate degrees in the School of Arts and Sciences. Dr. Polson.
Will the candidates for the baccalaureate degrees in the School of Arts and Sciences please stand? President Johnson, these students have completed all requirements for their respective degrees. They are recommended by the faculty of the School of Arts and Sciences. The grading of the degrees is listed in the program.
Thank you, Dr. Polson. Consistent with the statutes of the state of Oklahoma, the rules and regulations of the North Central Association of Colleges and Schools, the rules and regulations of the Oklahoma State Regents for Higher Education, and the Board of Regents of Oklahoma Colleges, and by the authority vested in me by these regents, it's my pleasure to confer on each of you the baccalaureate degree as printed in the program with all the rights, ranks, privileges, and responsibilities that such a degree carries among scholars. The testimony thereof, you may now come forward to receive your degree.
Courtney Ray Bowman, magna cum laude. Lynetta Bledsoe. Christy Michelle Boydston. Chris Gabriel Boydston. Carrie Yuri Brannon. Joseph Brannon Clore. Crystal Catherine Hosler. Kelly Elizabeth Cruz, summa cum laude. Millie Marie Cruz, summa cum laude. Michael Ray Elrod. Billy Jean England, cum laude. Christy Deanne Ferguson, magna cum laude. Karen Elizabeth Brings. Monty Ray Gaskin. Brian Len Giles. David Leon Gibson Jr. Christy Dawn Walker Griffin. Clayton John Hodges. Jed Matthew Hoppers, magna Clifford Patton Humphrey. Daniel James. Nicole Jensen. Stephanie Jean Johnson, summa cum laude. Leslie Summer Karn. Michael Kelly. Wade Kilgore. Dawn Kirshner Hudson. Lisa Renee Knight. Brahman. Carlos and Ligon Rosenthal. Jennifer Scott. Ray Santrani Shaw. Chris Mo Skelton. Daniel Stephen Skidmore. Brandy Renee Scott Smith. Jason Lee Smith. Sarah Jo Smoot. Adrian Story. Catherine Tobin. Christy Tooley. Annie Lee Wade. Tyson Walters. Scott Williams. Amy Elizabeth Wilson, cum laude. Wendy Lynn Young. Shyla Kervin.
Let's express our congratulations to these graduates again. Next, I would like to ask Dr. Robert Masters to come to the podium for the purpose of presenting the candidates for baccalaureate degrees in the School of Business. Dean Masters.
Will the candidates for the bachelor degrees in the School of Business please rise? President Johnson, these candidates have successfully completed the requirements for the bachelor degree in the School of Business, and it is a recommendation of the business faculty that they now receive their degree.
Thank you, Dean Masters. Consistent with the statutes of the state of Oklahoma, the rules and regulations of the North Central Association of Colleges and Schools, the rules and regulations of the Oklahoma State Regents for Higher Education, and the Board of Regents of Oklahoma Colleges, and by the authority vested in me by these regents, it's my pleasure to confer on each of you the baccalaureate degree as printed in the program, with all the rights, ranks, privileges, and responsibilities that such a degree carries among scholars. The testimony thereof, you may now come forward to receive your degree.
Richard Armstrong. Benjamin Ballway. Denise L. Batchelor, cum laude. Kimberly Bell. Laura Black. Alicia Chandler. Deborah Chrisman. Leanne Coggins. Vance Canales. Crystal Camille Barber Cooper. Sandra D. Gentry. Jim Green. Robbie Ann Hill. Karen Sue Hodge. Leslie Hodebeck. Corey LeVar Camp. Diane Kruchowski. Amy Lassiter. Brad Lawley. Nicholas Lawson. Brett Kellen Finley. Bobby Livingston. Renee McBride. Philip Wade McCaskill. Matthew Kendall McWilliams. Amy Beth Metters. Christy Palmer. Anna Louise Anna. Michael Paul Horton. Kendall Douglas Prather. Robert Wayne Pruitt. Misty Ramey. Jennifer Lynn Brooks, cum laude. Cheryl Garlington Rose. Tracy Lynn Wilson Sargent. Debbie Lynn Solser Smar. Brandon Stewart. Kevin Taylor. Tracy Lynette Thomas. David W. Wagner II. Susan Lynn White. Mindy Ann Williams. Jay Willoughby. Valerie Ann Wheaton. Michael S. Wright. Erica Lagarla Young. Teresa Jo Young.
express our congratulations to our graduates in school business. We will now proceed with the conferring of graduate degrees. At this time, I would like to ask Dr. Gordon Eggleton to come to the podium for the purpose of presenting candidates for Masters in Business Administration, Masters in Technology. Dr. Eggleton.
Will the master's candidates please rise? President Johnson, these students have met the requirements for their degree. It is the recommendation of the graduate faculty that they now come forward to receive their degree and academic equipment.
Thank you, Dr. Eggleton. Consistent with the statutes of the state of Oklahoma, the rules and regulations of the North Central Association of Colleges and Schools, the rules and regulations of the Oklahoma State Regents for Higher Education, and the Board of Regents of Oklahoma Colleges, and by the authority vested in me by those regents, it's my pleasure to confer on each of you the master's degree as printed in the program, with all the rights, ranks, privileges, and responsibility that such a degree carries among scholars. In testimony thereof, you may now come forward and receive your degree and your academic hoodie.
Michael Keith Estep. Women Blue. Tia Kelly. Larry Burton Rudrow Jr. Chad Wesley Sargent.
Please join me in congratulating our master's degree recipients. Now let's take this opportunity to jointly congratulate the graduating class of 2000. To our graduates, it's now my pleasure to induct you as new graduates of the university into our Alumni Association. We know that your university will remain strong. Your first year of membership in the Alumni Association will be provided free of charge. We're confident, however, in future years that the Alumni Association will be in touch with you to reach a continuing relationship that will be beneficial to both you and the university. I want to take this opportunity to thank all of our guests for being here this afternoon to share in what will surely be one of the most cherished memories that our graduates will take with them today. In closing, all of us within the Southeastern family would like to wish each and every one of you here today a joyous holiday season and a very happy New Year. At this time, I would like to ask everyone to stand and join Dr. Stephen M.G. in singing our alma mater on page 20.